First, it is essential to recognize that the future warming will come primarily from CO2 emissions of the developing world. I am not ascribing blame. I am simply stating a fact that is well known to all people who have studied this subject. That means that anything we do must either help the developing world reduce emissions or provide an example that they can afford to follow. Here is a projection of the future CO2 emissions. It assumes that the developing world improves efficiency by 4% per year. I think they can do that, and that their economies continue to grow at the same rate they have grown over the past 20 years. I hope that happens. The vertical blue line shows the year 2030 when China has promised to cap its emissions. The plot shows the results if both China and the US successfully follow the recent agreement reached between President Obama and President Xi. Given these facts, I see only three approaches that would work if implemented. 1. Develop energy efficiency methods that are readily adopted in the developing world. We have already done this with compact fluorescent lighting and LEDs, but we need to do more. In China, electric vehicles would not help, since they get most of their energy from coal. You'll note from the chart, however, that improving efficiency is not enough. The curve assumes 4% improvement per year. 2. Rapidly expand safe nuclear power. This can be done, but the US is setting the wrong example by telling the world it is not safe enough for us. Whatever the dangers of nuclear are, and I believe that they are less than commonly assumed, they are small compared to the dangers from global warming and air pollution. 3. Share technology to develop natural gas. Here we have set a good example. Natural gas, when substituted for coal, reduces emissions by a factor of 2 to 3. That gives us time to bring down the cost of solar with battery backup to the point that China, India, and the developing world will be able to afford it to replace coal and natural gas. I don't believe cap and trade, as suggested by China, will work effectively in China. The problem is that in China all industries are owned by the government, so any expenses will simply go from one hand to the other. That means it is not really an expense. It will work in the developed world, but as the chart shows, the emissions from the developed world, even if they dropped to zero, would not stop global warming. They would only delay it, by perhaps 4 years. Switching China and the developed world off coal could delay it by 40 to 50 years, and that's what we need to enable the cheap technologies to develop.